Well, coming from my garage, where I am currently painting the other half of my walls.
Is this like the Get Up intro live from the River Deck in?
This is the Degenerates. I say what I say, and I win when I win, which is quite often. I am Hector for breaking down the tape.
That Papa Smurph, you won once.
But I do win quite. Hey, look. There's 5 seasons. I got what a third, a first, a last, I think sixth, and now I'm gonna take my chip back.
I've just been chilling in like the 6 to 8 area the entire time, but this year my rookies are gonna push me through to the end.
Listen, this is a new year for everyone. We got new players, new competition. We got a new app. We got it's a new season, new rosters for these squads. I mean, the plethora of players that are out there that are able to at any given moment just shift the fucking week.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good season, man. We've got a lot of things going on. Like you said, we got the new app. Sleeper, you know what? Hand to God. When you're like, oh, I've been Monkey turned me on to Sleeper, all these things. I was like, man, I want to learn a new app. We've been on Yahoo.
I got all the shit after you know what backtrack after all the shit that I get as a good commissioner that I want to live. This is for the degenerates. This is for the people that listen, and it's for the podcast and all that shit. I want my guys in the league to be as interactive, combative, and controversial as possible. So I go out of my way to start conversations, and sometimes nothing takes. And sometimes I get a lot of backlash on shit. And for multiple episodes, I have forewarned multiple people, and in private messages for the group, I have forewarned multiple times that we were going to switch eventually over to another app. And I did. I will take some blame. I switched earlier than I planned on.
Do that.
But I did for good reasons. And I think it worked very well because now all I'm getting is positive feedback. And I just want to say I did this for the people. And there's very few decisions I make without a decisional vote from the league. And this was one of them. And I think I did it right. And it is for the people. Besides that, everything else has always been up for vote between the league.
You know what? You're right. And you did say next year we would be moving. And you did kind of switch it suddenly. And I was like, man, what the fuck? But I have to say, you pulled off a good one. Sleeper is a very good app. Having tried Yahoo before, we were on ESPN for the Degenerates for the longest. Sleeper really is. It's solid, bro.
And I have not stolen credit where credit is due. I have also even dug deeper in my soul and give credit to people that we actually on this episode at times demoralize in wanting to give credit to. The Drunken Monkey. He had put me onto the app, and I said, you know what? This is the new up-and-comer. And you know what? Every single league that I see people playing in now is Sleeper app.
It has taken storm. I'm in 5 total leagues, and 4 of them are on Sleeper. I went from nothing to all 4, and I'm like, fuck it, why not? I like their draft way better. I like their mock boards way better. I like everything about it so far.
Everything is just right. Like I'm in 5 leagues also, Zach. So hands up there. We're doing the double nickel, bow, air high five. I'm in 5 leagues also. I got 3 on Sleeper app, 1 on NFL, 1 on ESPN.
Okay.
So And the same. Everything on the Sleeper app is just so. It's just there. It's so simple. It's so smooth. It's so like you could be in the middle of drafting. All you got to do is swipe up. You're in the group chat. Chat. Swipe down. Back in the draft. Make your pick. If you want to go, how do I pick my wide receiver? Well, there's a list right there. Just click wide receivers. It gives you the list. Click running backs. It gives you the list. All right there. While you can still oh shit! Do I have to back out all the way to then swipe up to bring the chat? No. Wherever you are in whatever mode you're in, all you got to do is swipe up or click chat, and the chat pops up. You're in the group chat with everyone. You can talk your shit. Swipe back down. They got gifs, memes, all the goods.
Yeah.
And then also you get mascots. So you get these mascots. You can buy for better mascots. They give you free mascots. They do multiple different fucking things. During the games, they'll attack players for how good you are or get fucking attacked for how bad you're doing.
Mm-hmm. And I have to say, man, it's all like you just described the phone version of the app, the iPad version or the tablet version. I can't speak for non iOS, but the iPad version of the app is even more amazing because it really is just laid out really nicely. The whole format, being able to, like you said, just sit in the draft and still be able to talk shit instead of backing out and this and that. You can do research on players so much easier. It even, for siphoning down
It
players,
shows you click on a player, it'll show you the entire depth chart of the team, the history of how they played the last 2 seasons at least. It shows you the upcoming games and what they played for the week. It shows you potential trade offers. You can throw them up on a trade block, and it pops up in the chat like, "Yo, this person's on a trade block." So, like,
that's a big feature that I like. Not just the trade block, but the transactions are shown in the chat. All of that
I
is
make
shown
that.
right
So
there.
in the chat room, when you set up a league and you're a commissioner, when you get to the chat room part of it, you can X out what you don't want shown in the chat room.
That's even cooler that you can customize it.
There's like 30 different things that you can let in or out of the chat room. There is only, I think, 2 things that I took out of the chat room. I know for a fact, and I'll be honest about it, is you cannot see any transactions that I make as a commissioner.
That's dirty. I didn't know that. What? Why? Why do you get to be special?
No, because as a commissioner, I'm making my decisions, and that's it. It's final. Like, you can't see.
Oh. I thought you meant, I just went back. I thought you meant roster moves. No. I
No,
see what you're saying. Like league decisions.
no.
I see. I thought you were talking
Any
about
league,
roster moves. I'm like, what makes you
yeah.
so
There was
goddamn
only 2
special?
rules I pulled out, and I know for a fact one of the rules was that any like league decisions that is made by commissioner that does not, it won't reappear after it's made. It's not going to appear in the chat.
That's fine. Yeah, I mean, it's not like you make decisions without telling people anyway, so that's fine. I thought, like I said,
I know
when
that
I said it
one
was
for
dirty, I thought you were
sure
talking about
is
roster
one of them.
moves. That's
Besides that, I left everything open to the board, especially the waiver wire thing, so people know, like, oh shit. Because people, like, that's a big part of the game. People, oh shit, I looked at the waiver, I didn't know he was picked up, or then now everything gets notified to you. Bling, 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 bling.
Yeah, and switching between leagues on Sleeper Super, the whole thing. We're not
Yeah, you
paid,
can
by the way.
switch through leagues within an instant. You know what I like about it? If you click on a player, click on your quarterback, for instance. I got Joe Burrow. I got Joe Cool. I click on Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
I can click on other leagues, and it'll show me if he's available in other leagues that I'm in on the Sleeper app.
Yes, it does. Yo, that's cool. I didn't realize that. I'm looking at it now. That's awesome. See, Sleeper, I'm going to tag you in like a little promo video that I'm going to do. Sponsor us. We're not sponsored. We're not paid. We're not told to say any of this. Honest review from us. Great fucking app. We love it.
Well, welcome back to Degenerates, guys. This is going to be a good one. This is going to be a quick one. We got to get this episode through and through. We got week 1 coming up. I'm doing this through my phone today in my garage, like I said. So Zach has the lineups for the week when we get to that portion of the episode. But for right now, I just want to say that season 5 has had 2 newcomers. We have the Drunken Monkey, which you guys have seen in prior episodes, and in live. And then we have Brian replacing AKA Brian. So it's kind of like he was never.
Brian move.
It was like he was never replaced.
It's like
but
he was
the
never...
league in all is still the same, just different app. Now get on it. Week 1 is here. Draft is done.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to say, I got a squad.
I've got a late season squad. It's what I shot for. It's what I wanted. You know, I knew I was going to lose a couple of games early, but I got a couple of bets that are going to come through come playoff time. So,
well, as always, I look through the everyone's lineups and moves. I always give it to Blacklisted. He is always premier number 1 when it comes to drafting.
Yeah, he does pretty good. And I have to say, he's also really good at working the waiver wire. And he's always good. And this is going to transition perfectly because obviously I'm the first matchup on my app and I go against him. He's always good at being sneaky. Now, I know you can't pull it up, but did you see what he's done with his 2 IR slots?
So what he did was he went out after everything was said and done. Waiver wire was up for grab. That's how I set up the league. I could have made the rule that waiver wire was up for grabs after a day or 2 days or whatever. I made it that after the draft was up, waiver wire is free to go. Grab whoever the fuck you want. He went out and stuck, which I thought was a fantastic move, Hopkins on the IR. I was like, smart man. You beat me to it by I don't know how long. When I went to go look, you beat me to it. But I saw and got it damn sure my phone knew to tell me, yo, boss, you see this? Yeah. This man took his second IR spot and gave it to Deshaun Watson.
You know, we covered this last week when we talked about it, or 2 weeks ago, right after the draft when it happened. You know, fantasy football wise, it's not a bad move. But like
a late push to get him into the chip, yeah, I get it.
Damn.
But like morally,
you did that, huh, bud?
But like morally, bro, I think differently of you.
Yeah. And look, first of all, I didn't know you could put suspensions on the IR, so that's bad on me. But like, damn.
And you know what's crazy? This is what I like even more about the sleeper app. Get this. If it wasn't for your great commissioner, who you know what? I'm not so great because I should have threw it up to vote. I should have, and I fucked up. I should have threw it up for vote. And if I throw it up now, he'll bitch and complain if the vote wins. But in the ruling, remember I told you like there's a bunch of shit that I can.
Right.
And some of the editing, when it comes to making the IR list, I kept the 2 IRs in the league.
Right.
It gave me the option. Do you want to keep the IRs for strictly IR? Do you want to accept people that are suspended? Do you want to accept people that are indefinite? Do you want to accept? And I thought about it. I was like, should I X-nay suspended and indefinite and just keep people that are strictly IR?
Right.
And I was like, no, if indefinite, I'll X-nay suspended. If they come back, they come back. Cool, I'll keep it in. I could have X-nayed it, and that would have been that.
I didn't realize that. I mean, smart on Blacklisted for pulling it off. But with Deshaun Watson, it's that's
But that's what I like about the app too. Is
When
that
you
you
have
have those
ultimate
type of
control.
in-depth interactions.
Right. Yeah, that is pretty cool. I didn't realize that you could do that. That is cool. Did you want to go right into the week 1 matchups then?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do this.
So
I'm ready.
Speaking of blacklisted, me and him face off against each other. He's projected to do 136.22. I'm projected to do 128.52. So I'm projected by 8 points less, which isn't terrible.
And like I said, if you look at his lineup, and it shows you, if you know the sleeper app, you know the percentages of the player being drafted, the player being started, and all that jazz. He has a fantastic lineup.
Yes. His lineup is good, but he's only scheduled to beat me by 8 points, and I have a rookie starting at running back.
I feel like his downfall is the fact that he goes so much by those analytics of drafting the best player that he leaves out the factor of any given Sunday.
Well, perfect example. So his starter is Matt Stafford. Stafford's been going through some issues right now, and he's playing Buffalo's defense. You know, are they going to rest Stafford to start game 1? If he does, that's going to throw off his whole shit. But anyway, so he's got Stafford, he's got Nick Chubb, he's got Alvin Kamara, Mike Williams, Adam Thielen. Thielen is playing Green Bay though, so who knows where we're going. Let's see. We've got Dallas Goedert, we've got Ezekiel Elliott, but Elliott is playing Tampa Bay, so not sure how that's going to go. We've got McCole Hardman and Robbie Gould at the kicker spot, and then the Ravens defense. Now the Ravens are playing Jets week 1. But it is Joe Flacco, so who knows which way that's going to go.
And like I said, when you look on paper, you're like, holy shit, at peak level, he should be undefeated.
Yeah, no, if everybody plays to their potential, that is a bomb squad. Now I've got Jay Herbo. I've got James Cook, rookie for the Buffalo Bills, starting week 1.
No, don't even fucking gloat that on this episode when you openly on the live, as I told you what I was going to do, openly stole my. I mean, you know what? It's not my. You know what? Gloat it, because I was stupid enough to tell you my move. I was trying to double psychology. You know, I'm trying to reverse psychology shit. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pick him, and hopefully you didn't pick him so that I can pick him.
I'm not gonna lie, James Cook being on my team is literally all your fault. You, from the draft, have been selling me on the younger brother is better. So James Cook being the younger brother to Dalvin Cook.
He is. I'm telling you, Zach, you are going. All right. If James Cook ends up a bust, I will send you a Jets product.
Sold.
Any given Jets product, I get to choose. I'll jump on because I know you have your plethora of Jets products in the background. I'm gonna, and you know I won't cheap you either. You know,
he's gonna get me a Jets dildo. I guarantee.
You know, you know I won't cheap you on it, but I will get you a Jets product to add to your collection.
Love to see it.
If it pans out, I want a vice versa.
All right, I'll make that deal. I'll make that deal with you. I'm okay with that.
If he pans out and he gives you, I mean, we got to make this. What is it? What is it that gives it like, okay, Hector, you were right that he was a good pick. You got to let me know. I'm open for you. Open. This is on the episode right now. I am open for this.
Are we talking fantasy wise? Or are we talking like? No, let's keep it fantasy, right? Because this is a fantasy show.
This is strictly fantasy. Strictly fantasy.
Would you say average, like the entire season? It's not going to be week by week. He has to do it, but average on the entire season. Do you think 12 points a game is too high?
I'll take that.
Okay. So
I got him giving at least 12.9.
All right, so
Almost 13.
when it's all said and done, I'll add up every point from every game that he's accrued, divided by the total number of games played, and if that number, the
In
average,
that lineup, he is going to be the starting RB1. I'm telling you right now, he's going to shock me because he's probably going to average more than that. Book it right now.
I drafted him right out from under your nose. I did book it. You've been selling me. I've got him, and I'll keep him, and I'll do you one better. I will keep him as a starting running back. I will keep him in my starting lineup, no matter where it may be. Because
No. I want you to be competitive in the league. I do not want you to alter in that factor. I don't want you to pull in a Sam Darnold, I'm starting for 2 weeks straight type shit like you did last season.
Fair enough. All right. So I've got James Cook as my RB1. I've got Michael Carter as my RB2. I've got Devontae Adams, Stephon Diggs, Cole Kmet. Now, Cole Kmet slept on, but I think him and Justin Fields are going to have a game.
I do believe that also. I agree.
I've got Michael Pittman, Amon-Ra St. Brown. I picked him up late last year in one of my leagues. He would have won me the championship. I got to run it back.
Between you, Marcus, and I think it was Blacklisted, you guys were the only ones where everything, because I had a late round pick, I was 7th.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, got kind of like fell to me. I feel like when I have a late round pick, everyone's panic picking, and then shit starts to fall to me. So I started to get everything I wanted, but there were like 3 key moments where I wanted something, and it was either you, Marcus, or Blacklisted that made the pick right before I can pick it. And you were Amon St. Brown.
Yeah, sneaky. My kicker, I went with obviously the GOAT, Young Hoku. And then I went Cowboys defense. A lot of interceptions last year, a lot of turnovers last year. It's worth a lot of points. So I'm hoping that they can give that to me. So with all that being said, I'm only down by 8 points in this prediction.
And like I said, any given Sunday, any given Thursday, but it's only only the Thursday and the Sunday this week count for the week because everyone else plays on Sunday. There's only Rams. I just said it. Rams.
I forgot. Yeah. Fuck. Rams Buffalo on Thursday. Yeah.
So yeah,
I don't know, man. Like we'll see. I am down by 8 points, but if I can get a good showing out of like Michael Carter scheduled 9.28 points. If Michael Carter against Buffalo or against Baltimore can put up a good showing, who knows?
And that was another bitch move. You knew I was gonna try to handcuff, motherfucker.
Well, honestly, Breece Hall and Michael Carter would be a really good duo because they're gonna split reps. But I'm not letting you get both of them. Sorry.
We'll talk later. Anyway, next matchup.
I'm betting on me, obviously. Next matchup, we've got.
I'm sorry, Zach. Week 1, I would want to bet on you, but I'm giving you the L. Blacklisted.
Damn. So still week 1, second matchup, we've got I'ma burrow you in the ground, our commissioner, versus Widow-making Death Jizz, and that is the Drunken Monkey. And we've got, for our lovely commissioner, we've got Joe Burrow, Derrick Henry, Breece Hall, Keenan Allen, DK Metcalf, Pat Freiermuth, who's that? Miles Sanders. Yeah, let me go back. Rashad Bateman, Evan Shooter McPherson, and the 49ers defense. On the opposite side, we've got Patty Daddy Mahomes, Playoff Lenny Fournette, Damian Harris, Justin Jefferson, Cortland Sutton, Travis Kelce, Gabriel Davis, Devin Singletary, Matt Prater, and the Eagles defense.
I'm sorry. I know I'm projected to lose, but I'm winning this game. Like I said, any given Sunday, right? I got Joe Burr. I got fucking Joe Burr, and I paired him with his fucking kicker.
I mean, you've got
McPherson, who's going to be better than Justin Tucker and Suckup this year, and Matt Gay. He's going to be the best fucking kicker this year. He's already been seen kicking 70-yard field goals.
McPherson is a fucking dude. Anybody who's going to fucking sit out the Super Bowl halftime, like, meeting to go watch the halftime show is.
And you know what? I fucked up this draft even more because my first running back, I went for Swift, and I'm not knocking Swift, but if I knew that Joe Burrow was going to fall to me, I would have gotten Joe Mixon. I skipped Joe Mixon for Swift, and I would have fucking tripled up and got Joe Mixon. But I didn't. And you know what? So I got Swift. So I'm going to ride with Swift because Swift's going to be an animal on the Lions.
Nah, I got you.
If you look at my lineup, I got nothing but number ones and number twos on every fucking category except my tight end, Pat Fryermuth. People are sleeping on the Pittsburgh Pat Fryermuth. He is going to be probably the second most targeted person on the field this year.
You snaked Fryermuth from me. That's what I wanted.
I just want to state I have 5 drafts. In every draft, Zach, what QB did I want? Justin Herbert.
Oh, yeah, Jay Herbs. Yeah, that's right. That's your guy.
I've been hoping for Jay Herb. In 4 of my 5 drafts, I've gotten Joe Burrow. Yeah, I've ended up with Joe Burrow in 4 of my 5 drafts.
Joe Burrow's obviously not bad, bro. I mean, that's not a bad. I mean, because
I ended up with Pat Fryermuth, 3 in the 5. Pat Fryermuth, I'm telling you right now, he's going to be a sneaky pick this year and a top 10 tight end next year.
Yeah, especially with what they've got going on at quarterback over there, they're going to need a safety net, and Pat's a good one. So you're scheduled to lose 133.67 to 144.89, an 11-point swing. But I mean, I don't know. It could go either way.
Derrick got a squad, though. It's a sneaky squad.
Yeah, and Derrick Henry's playing the Giants, so he's going to run all over him. Keenan Allen is playing against the Raiders. I mean, he got a great chance for Jay Herbs to light it up.
I'm taking me on a landslide. I'm taking me by like 4.5 points.
I don't know about a landslide. I don't know.
Me by 4.5.
I got to take Monkey in this one.
Fuck you.
I'm looking at it.
You get it because I give it to you.
I mean, that is a factor. But Patty Mahomes is playing the Cardinals. Lenny's playing Dallas. Harris is playing Miami. He's going to go crazy.
His lineup actually really shocked me. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, he had a couple of picks that kind of were a little out of what I thought would be the norm. But let's move on. We've got Frank Fantasy Football Team versus Nazi Nate Lathoris. Frank's scheduled to win by 10 points. We've got 141.84 to 131.66. On Frank's side, we've got Russell Wilson, Jonathan Taylor, Elijah Mitchell, Taysom Hill. Oh, no, Tyreek Hill. Whoops, Tyreek Hill. DJ Moore, Mark Andrews, Juju Smith-Schuster, Rashad Penny, Carlson from Las Vegas as the kicker, and then the Bills defense. On the flip side, Nate, we've got Kyler Murray, Joe Mixon, DeAndre Swift. We've got Terry McLaurin, Elijah Moore, Darren Waller, Kareem Hunt, Chris Olave, Brandon McManus as the kicker, and then the Buccaneers defense.
I'm not going to lie. I'm taking Nate on that. I felt like he had more equaled out firepower more than Frank having just like straight firepower in a couple categories, and then he started to fall out. He started to fizzle out in a few.
Yeah, it's because Frank's probably in too many fantasy leagues. I'm gonna have to concur with you on Nate's side. So, like, yeah, he's got Tyreek Hill, but you know how I feel about Tyreek Hill in Miami. It just doesn't scare me as much as people think that it does. And they're playing New England week 1. Mark Andrews, yeah, he's a great tight end. He's playing the Jets. I might be a homer here, but I think we're going to do well against Andrews.
We have Kawan Alexander laying fucking his sticks like he did fucking on Madden Sunday. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, he does have Kyler. So Nate has Kyler Murray versus KC. That defense is weak, and they're going to get into a shootout. So Kyler Murray is going to rack up some points. He's got, like I said, he's got Joe Mixon. He's playing Pittsburgh, though. Pretty stout up front. You got TJ Watt over there. Let's see. Scary Terry. Carson Wentz is his quarterback, but they're playing Jacksonville. He has a potential to lose his mind. Got Darren Waller, but going against the Chargers defense, and he's questionable right now. I think where Frank needs to worry about is Chris Olave. Olave has only got 9.28 points right now, but I think he's going to go fucking crazy. We talked about it on the regular episode. I think Chris Olave is going to be Offensive Rookie of the Year. So I got you. I'm with Nate on this one.
I think Nate takes this one, and rightfully so, because both of these guys usually they're tough matchups throughout the whole year.
Oh yeah, both of them play hard, and it's a 45-55 kind of swing. So with actually Frank being favored. So let's see. Then we've got Greendale Human Beings, the younger brother Nick versus the newcomer Brian, Team B champs. Very original name there. So Nick is scheduled to win 139.83 versus 131.37. So only an 8-point swing here. And on Nick's
Still
side,
high scoring.
What?
Still high scoring.
Oh, yeah, for sure, especially when you check out these teams. So, Nick, we've got Lamar Jackson, Javonte Williams, A.J. Dillon, Cooper Kupp, Jalen Waddle, Hunter Henry, T. Higgins, Hollywood Brown, Rodrigo Blankenship, and the Colts defense.
He went heavy receiver in his starting lineup.
And on the flip side, we have Aaron Rodgers, Najee Harris, Aaron Jones, Deontay Johnson, which is weird that he went weird that he went a Pittsburgh receiver. Jesus Christ, I can speak today, I swear. Amari Cooper, Dalton Knox, Tony Pollard, Tyler Lockett, Matt Gay, and the Rams defense.
And the fact that he has you know what? I get Amari Cooper is technically on paper a great talent. With the quarterback who's throwing to him, I am not putting that man in my starting lineup.
Agreed, right? You know what? And maybe I'll take the L on week 1 with that, but I agree with you. I'm not starting, like, you got to prove to me that you're going to ball out because you've got fucking, I don't remember his name.
Brissett.
Yeah, Jacoby Brissett over there. So I'm not super impressed. I like the fact that Brian has Tony Pollard. He snaked that one for me. I'm a big Tony Pollard truther. But
I think Pollard's going to have a decent game, but
playing the Buccaneers though, that's a big defense.
Because I don't have faith. I don't have much faith in Zeke.
That's fair.
That's just my personal preference. I don't have much faith in Zeke.
Fair enough. I'm gonna, I gotta give it to Nick. I think Nick's gonna
I'm giving it to Nick.
With A.J. Dillon and Cooper Kupp, Jalen Waddle, I think Higgins.
Nick, this week 1 is gonna be Nick's like staple point of like, look, second place last year to a chick is not right.
I'm coming out, goddammit.
I'm coming out the closet. I'm only losing to men now.
And then I hate saying this team name because she's so goddamn happy about it. But then we've got Dak Street's back all right and Christy versus Marcus with Captain Cook. And this one, Christy is scheduled to win. We've got a 1.
She doesn't fail with her names, bro. Her fucking names. I thought she was going to go for Dak is back 3.0 because she went Dak is back for like 2 seasons.
But she's got 140.66 versus 132.44. Yeah, she loves those Dak names, man. I'll tell you what. And true to her name, starting quarterback is Dak Prescott. We've got Austin Eckler, James Conner, Mike Evans, Jerry Jeudy, Dalton Schultz, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Devontae Smith, Nick Folk, and the Packers defense.
You know what? I got to give it to her in 2 areas real quick. One, her names are always on point because she comes up for names for other teams, and I'm like, damn, they should have went with that because that's good too. Her names are fire. Dak Street's back, like fucking fire. 2, her lineup is like she's okay. So her first season of fantasy was my first season of fantasy. We've both only done 5 years of fantasy football. This is year 5. When I started this league, she was one of the first in it. Like,
true that.
and I helped her the first like 2 or 3 seasons a little bit when it came to like trying to get her to situated when it comes to drafting.
Right.
Her last 2 seasons have been completely her. And she went from champ to drafting this fucking killer ass lineup. You got to give her props.
She's got a good team, especially that Dalton Schultz and Dak Prescott stack. That's going to be sneakier than people think it is. Schultz is playing on a franchise tag right now. He wants a new deal. He's going to put up a season to get some money. That's going to be a nice little stack. And Jerry Jeudy playing Seattle week 1 is going to be real nice for her. Mike Evans against Dallas's defense. It depends on how well the defense goes, but should be a good game for him. She's got a good squad over there. On the flip side, and this is where Marcus starts off killing himself, Trevor Lawrence, bro. Trevor Lawrence?
He's playing QB, like I think it was second or third to last pick.
Trevor Lawrence. That's why he's losing. So then we got Trevor Lawrence, we got Dalvin Cook, Saquon Barkley, which let's see if he can stay healthy. Allen Robinson, Brandon Cooks. He snaked Brandon Cooks for me. I wanted Brandon Cooks. He's got George Kittle, David Montgomery, Christian Kirk, Tyler Bass, and the Patriots. The only nice thing that I will say about him is he stacked T-Law with Kirk. Otherwise, that would have been fucking insane to have either one of them without the other. Stacking them at least gives you a nice little bonus there. Saquon, he'll do great week 1. So, I mean, this is a great time to have him as the season goes on. Who knows?
And then after that,
and David Montgomery. So I'm a David Montgomery truther, but I've been hearing some rumblings on the interwebs that the Bears aren't exactly enthused about how he's fitting into the new offense. So I don't know.
Well, David Montgomery to me a few years back was a solid pick. Like I would definitely pick him. He's always given you what you needed, but over the last 2 seasons, I fell off from drafting him.
Yeah, and especially
because he has fallen off. And there's guys like Herbert and there's another cat that they got, I can't remember his name, who, because he gets injured a lot lately, has been taking a lot of the fucking shine.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, especially with rumors that he's not fitting into the offense and there's a whole lot going on. I don't know. I mean, we could be wrong. The season might tell us different, but it's not looking good for David Montgomery fantasy owners. Week 1, I got to give it to Christy. I'm not taking anyone who's quarterback.
Oh yeah, I'm giving. I got to give Christy that week 1 L. She's coming out as the champ, and she's like, "Yo, statement, it's staying here."
You mean week 1 W? You said week 1 L.
No, I said week 1. It's staying here.
Oh, okay. I thought you said L for a second. I'm like, wait a second. And then we've got the closest matchup of the week. We've got Team MJ Goat 20. Which, I need to know who my players are, and then I'll change my name. Okay. Versus...
Well, it depends. Well, she might change it. Season hasn't started. We got a week.
And we've got Quentin A, Team the Slink Dinkers, formerly known as Dog Shit. So this one is pretty even. We've got 50% to 50%. Melissa's scheduled to win by a point. We've got 145.21 versus 144.23. On Melissa's side, we've got Jalen Hurts, Christian McCaffrey, which again, great to have him week 1. We'll see
I'm surprised she fucking took that risk.
Yeah, man, she bet on it, and we'll see how it pays out. It'll pay out week 1, but we'll see how it pays out for the future.
Yo, if he ends up RB1, I'm calling fucking collusion on her on RB1s.
She should be calling up Christian McCaffrey and Jonathan Taylor in back-to-back years. So then we got Cam Akers, Deebo Samuel. We've got A.J. Brown over here, T.J. Hawkinson, Travis Etienne, interesting pick, Alan Lazard, Harrison Butker, and the Chargers defense. The Chargers defense, I'm not saying is bad, but in that division, I would not fucking touch any of those defenses.
I don't know. I would take a risk on the Chargers defense.
I mean, week 1, you're playing Vegas.
Week 1 is a good week. Week 1 is a good established week where you can come in. Like right now, what I usually do is that I set like whatever my lineup is set as, I'll let it just fucking play out.
Exactly.
And just let me know where my players are at, so I know what moves I gotta make and what I'm doing and who's. Because I literally set up my lineup the way an NFL lineup would. Like my QB, okay, so I got two wide receiver slots. Like my wide receiver one is my wide receiver one. Like I'm not gonna have my wide receiver three and my wide receiver one. Like
Right.
I'm I set up my lineup that way to be like, yo, I'm putting out my best fucking lineup right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Week one, I kind of agree. Week one, I'm more set as a I don't mind losing week one. Let's see how it pans out. Let's see how the players do. Let's kind of see how the game film looks, and we'll go from there. Now, on the flip side, Quentin A's got Josh Allen, but he's playing the Rams. Antonio Gibson, Josh Jacobs, scrub. Jamar Chase, CD's nuts. CD Lamb. Kyle Pitts, Michael Thomas, who might not even play week one. Tyler Boyd, Justin Tucker, the kicking goat, and the Saints defense.
So let's just put it out there that I want to say maybe 4 or 5 of his picks was auto drafted.
Yes, true that.
He was working. He did his best to do what he could. About 4 or 5 of his picks were auto drafted, so they gave him the best possible option and at the moment or whatever. But he does have a fucking lineup.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely wide receiver heavy like me. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of faith in Antonio Gibson season long, but he's playing Jacksonville week one, so it'll probably pan out for him. Same thing with Josh Jacobs. They're playing the Chargers week one, and Josh Jacobs is going to get kicked out of the Raiders soon enough. Now, my only thing with him is Michael Thomas. Now, that's a good, if he stays healthy, pick, but I don't think he's going to be here week one. And for that reason, I'm giving it to Melissa because I think last second, Michael Thomas is not going to be on the field, and he's going to have to substitute with something, and he doesn't have much on his bench. So
I'm gonna give it to Melissa just because I'm gonna give her the good fucking juju of how she started off last year as a rookie in the league. So I'm not gonna doubt Melissa in the one of 75 different consultants that she has. And two, for the same points that you pointed out on QA's roster, and you could point that out to multiple people in his roster where it's just like you just don't know how they're really going to pan out when the game comes out. At least you can look at Melissa's lineup and be like, all right, I know when gameplay comes, she's at least going to give me X amount of points.
that's fair. That's fair. I can give you that. She's got a lot more solid people on hers than Quentin A on his. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm more willing to say Melissa's going to give me 130 fantasy points than I am going to say Quentin A is.
That's fair. That's fair. I can respect that. So we're giving her the win, both of us. And we'll see. I mean, as of right now, we no one's got any records, no one's got any points. That's just the week one breakdown.
Who is your favorite as of right now before week one starts to win it all? Zach's pick. It is. We have done this 3 years in a row. He has lost 2 years. 3 years running.
Yeah, I haven't. Frank was the very first one to let me down, and I'll never do that again. Sorry, Frank. Love you, but never doing that again.
3 years running.
I think last year I had MJ, and she came close. Came so close.
So, yeah, you had Frank 2 years in a row, and then you went MJ, and she came down to the game before the chip against her sister. And Christy, like I said, little sibling is always best.
I'm glad you said that. So obviously my first pick is me. But staying in reality, I'm going to go Nick. I think this is the year Nick does it. We've been talking about that. That's the theme, right? We've been talking about little brothers being better than older brothers, little sisters being better than older sisters. The younger sibling is always the more refined and better product. Last year it held true. It's going to hold true for James Cook, and I'm going to get me a Jets product, and it's going to hold true in the league. Nick Lithoris, congratulations. Send Hector your address. You're winning it all, baby.
Boom. And he said it. And you know what? I am doubling down for the first season ever.
Oh shit!
Nick Lathoris is going to come out on top finally after 4 seasons of being in the top 3, and he is going to win the chip.
Wow. I just wrote, this is like most predictions I don't write down. I'm just like, oh yeah, I think I remember. I just, boom, it's down. It's official. Nick wins it all. Both agree. Exclamation point, exclamation point. Here we go. Nick, it's on. Pressure's on, baby. Hector and I agree for the first time on our predictions.
I mean, obviously, without like first choice is me.
Obviously.
I'm gonna be the first repeat champ. Duh.
You're a reread.
But if we go by the law of the championship, there has been no repeat champion, so it'll be only fitting for Nick to be the next champion.
And Nick has been right there every fucking season.
Him and Marcus, between Nick being in the top 3 and Marcus being in the top 3, it is right there.
So,
but Marcus has a chip. That's the only thing. Marcus has a chip.
That is true. But we've been talking about younger siblings. This has been the year of younger siblings being better. That's been the topic of conversation many, many times between us. So I'm glad we're on the same page, doubling down, baby.
Well, that's all we got for you guys on the Degenerates this episode. Stay tuned next week. After week 1, we break down exactly on.
Next week's going to come up before week 1, so maybe we'll try and get somebody on, see if we could talk a little shit.
Maybe we get Drunken Monkey on.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with bringing
Drunken Monkey on and start week 1 right.
I'm right with it. I mean, it's only fitting. He did bring us to the sleeper app, so it's only fitting that he gets the first go on coming on this season.
Let's see if we go rattle the monkey's cage and he's willing to come out. You catch us next week on Breaking Down the Tape with the Degenerates.